Alright, we need to find out what I'm going to do today. I'm charging some things up. I don't know. I think I'm within striking distance of some sequoias. Gosh. So I might just stop at the first Redwoods State Park. Alright, I have some research to do, but I might go walk on the beach first. It's very pretty out there. I've never seen a parking lot completely full before. It's mystifying. I'm not gonna fit that in there. Entering the Redwoods. It's like 12:15. I only have about 10 minutes to my destination. Oh, I just want to get out, walk around. Let's find a place. Let's find a place. If I was in a van, I could pull over here. I mean, I could, but I don't know if they got my exhaust manifold all the way fixed because I don't think it's supposed to squeal like that. Find a spot, pull up like right here. See? Look at me exploring out here. I don't know what it is. When you drive by one of those trees, you want to keep your distance, even though I go by obstacles closer to me all the time. There's a day use area. What a mistake. This is. All of these people. This is the Jedediah Smith Redwood Forest. I'm gonna go on a hike to see a bigger tree than the one that's right here. In this grove, there's another grove. So I'm looking for the bridge. Excuse me.
This is probably gonna be, this is it.
Wow. 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 That's all I know to say. Try not to go off trail. I don't see any signs to say you can't, but it's just hard not to. I don't know how to capture it on film. Scale is a real issue. What is that?
In Redwood Forest, tree hug you.
Is California part of the Pacific Northwest? It's kind of south. Pacific Southwest. I haven't looked at the time in a while, but I think it's like 4. Maybe 4:30. Let's see how close I am. 4:20. 4:21. bit up by mosquitoes. A lot of people think that logging helps reduce forest fires, but old growth doesn't burn. Not well. The Native Americans used to burn the forest because it would increase the animal population and it would increase the amount of foraging for, you know, whatever berries. And when they would burn the brush, the trees wouldn't burn, just the brush. That's what they did on the East Coast. And when I was in Olympia, someone was telling me that they did something similar there, the native tribes in the Olympic region of Washington. But if we want to stop fires, we need the difference between farming like a tree farm versus gardening, like, you know, more meticulous. I mean, what is prettier? A farm, a factory farm, or someone who's gardening, a garden? Which one, in the case of managing our forests, which one is better in terms of fire, disease, climate change, and just overall health of the ecosystem? We're an animal, and something as complex as a human being to exist requires diversity, a diverse ecosystem. Otherwise, we don't survive. And even with our modern technology, I would guess that we still don't survive without healthy ecosystems, without diversity of life. Human beings don't get to be at the top of a pyramid because there won't be a pyramid. I think they said that was 16.5 feet in diameter, or 13 or something. Either way, it's massive. $16.5. So I have to get back to the motorhome. I left it in the day use area. It was tight getting in, and I actually met a guy who in the day use area who also pulled his big motorhome in there, and I was like, wow, you know, you're pretty brave. I did it on accident, and it's time to find a place to camp. It's 4:30. Headed to the day use area from the boat launch, where you can see that grove of trees that's across the river. Apparently there's another parking lot that's on the other side of the river, and people will access it from that side. It's about a mile, I would say, maybe a little over a mile one way from the day use area of this park. Eat it. See that? It's been burnt before. A lot of them have, but they don't burn. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get out of here. If I go this way, there's a really tight turn, but if I try to go the wrong way, I might meet traffic and someone will have to back up all the way. But if I get stuck over there, I'll have to back up all the way. I guess we'll see what happens. It is so dark in here because of the trees. Let's see if this turns into the disaster I've always hoped I could get myself into. So far, I have never really gotten into a big disaster before. But I think I might have gotten into one. we will see. So I gotta watch my tail swing. There's also rocks on the ground. Damn cheap. When I was coming in here, there was a lot of people, like, I felt pushed, you know, and it was, so the other guy, he told me, I don't know, more perspective. He told me that he has like a 32 footer, and he says it's just as hard getting in here, or getting out as it is, or getting in, it's just as hard getting out as it was getting in, but he didn't think it was any harder per se. My ears and blowing my nose so much. You know, way down. There's another idiot behind me. He's just gonna have to wait, man. This is the part. I don't know. Well, maybe they'll honk at me. Made it. I hope I didn't hit nothing in my tail swing. I'm gonna check real quick, make sure I didn't damage anything. We got out of there in one piece. Once again, I still have not met my match. Still have not met my match, but you know what? I was less than a foot away from a tree a bunch of times. I've only driven about halfway from where I need to go, from where that guy. I couldn't see the pin that I had put on my map because I don't have service. Is this gonna be okay? There we go. Oh, ruts. Ruts. Yeah, fuck this. I didn't do that. You will back up. Go the other way. Do you know way down, way down, way down in this one is funny. That's what I'm talking about. River. That's where. So far away. So far away. Do you know way down, way down, way down in the Swanee, Swanee. Talking about river. Don't have enough food. I don't have to do this for a while. I do have a lot of food to cook. It said no fires. I should go up that road. What a long day. I explored. The camera's crooked. It's because the motorhome's crooked. I don't know if you can see this. It's a map. So we are in the Jedediah Smith Redwood State Park. Well, now we're probably off the map. No, we can't be. Right now I'm at a sandy something. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna head up 199. And I'll probably be going back to 101 and heading south. I'll have to get gas. I came here not understanding anything about where I was going and what the terrain looked like. You know, the roads, everything. You just don't get a sense of that. I got down into this campsite and, alright, it's you're not supposed to camp here, but I already lost so much of the day. And the places where I could camp that were along the road, they were really close to the road. And some of the areas that had larger turnouts, you know, there were rock falling areas. So while you're not supposed to camp in the campsite, everyone's camping down by the river, and you can't even walk to the river without walking through someone's campsite. But I think this map shows you where all of the old growth forest is in dark green. So I'm definitely going to hit up those areas, especially if they're along the coast, although it looks like they've cut every tree down along the coast.